Hola, I'm Teresa, and I've been teaching Spanish for over 30 years. And every May, of course, in my Spanish classroom, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And part of the celebration is having a piñata party. When I talk with other teachers and they hear piñata party, they get a little nervous and they think, oh my goodness, that sounds like complete chaos. But I have it down to an art where it is very controlled and very fun at the same time. So let me show you a little bit about how I go about this. So first of all, you have to get a piñata. Now, I used to get them every year at Party City. However, I went there 2 days ago and it was closed. So unfortunately, the company has shut down. But I do believe you can get a piñata at Walmart or Target, and they're usually about $20. So they're not too bad. But the great thing is you can reuse this piñata for every one of your Spanish classes. I'm not kidding. I used to buy a new one for every class, and I'm like, whoa, this is really expensive. You don't have to, and I'll show you how. But anyways, at the top of the piñata, you probably know is where you put the treats or prizes. And then you can also buy a piñata stick. And I use this year after year. I think I've used this one for 5 years, and it works beautifully. Now, I got this as well at Party City, but I'm sure you can get it online or at Walmart or Target. Then at Home Depot, I buy the rope. And so this rope, it's very sturdy. It goes right through this plastic hoop here. And then I usually have one student, depending on the age of my kiddos, one student hold it at one end and I'm at the other end, and the piñata is hanging in the air. And then, of course, for prizes, I don't give any food or candy with so many food allergies now. You just don't even do that. And again, Party City was my go-to. And because it's closed, I went online on Amazon and check this out. Party favors for kids. There's over 300 prizes in this cute little box, and they are pretty awesome. Most of them are awesome. You won't even believe it. And the kids are just going to love it. Now, I wouldn't use these with toddlers because they could be a choking hazard, but certainly preschoolers and on up through third grade, for example, you certainly could do a piñata party. Actually, you could do a piñata party through high school and kids would love it. But these prizes are, I would say, age appropriate all the way through elementary school for sure. Just the cutest little things. And of course, what I do is I have the kids before the party help me stuff these inside of the piñata. So they actually participate in that. So anyways, these are the supplies that you need for your piñata party to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And then in my Teach and Learn Spanish in May lesson book that I've written, and it's available on Amazon. You can go to my website and then download it on Amazon. But I have a whole lesson on a piñata party. So it takes you through, it even has a audio file. It teaches language that you can use in Spanish. This is your language cheat sheet, if you will, for the party. But in a nutshell, what it tells you is that every student gets 3 turns to hit the piñata. And you tell them, we're going to be gentle with the piñata. So you kind of model it. Uno, dos, tres. And I usually let the kids that are a little smaller, you don't think they're gonna hit the piñata as hard, go first. And then the kids that you think, oh, they might kind of give a real baseball swing to it, go towards the end. But literally, kids are so respectful. If you just are honest with them and say, hey, kiddos, we're going to use this with some other classes. Our goal is not to break it, but I promise that you'll get prizes. They will be very gentle. And actually, let me back up with the prizes. We don't put all of them in the piñata, just a few, because actually, after everybody has hit the piñata and the piñata is still intact, they each get just 3 hits, boom, 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 uno, dos, tres. Then what I do is I actually grab with my hand the prizes and I throw the prizes out on the floor in the middle as though the piñata had broken, and all the kids get to grab some of the prizes. And I usually give them a Glad baggie so that they can put their prizes in the baggie. Now, if one student has 20 prizes, I do have them share with a student that maybe only has 2 or 3. And I prep them and talk about all that before we start the party, just to build in that respect and that compassion for each other, etc. But all of it is in my May lesson. So you can find this at www.o'neilllanguage.com. And there's so much in this May lesson above and beyond the Piñata Party. There's Cinco de Mayo, there's celebrating Mother's Day, there's the May calendar and counting, there's the yard and garden. There's just so much. So I really encourage you, whether you know some Spanish, you're fluent, or you know no Spanish at all, everything that I create for Spanish teachers is for any level, sheer beginners all the way through native speakers. So have fun at your piñata party. I hope that you celebrate it. And be sure to check out the Cinco de Mayo celebrations in your neighborhood, in your community. Oh my gosh, I go every year and they are so much fun and such great food as well. Okay, Teresa signing off. Have fun, diviértense. Adios.